Let's see if this guy is read it out of context. Come on.
Okay. We'll read the context. Paul said, and Paul, who is Paul? Who is Paul, by the way?
Paul is the founder of Christianity.
Yes. Paul is apostle.
That's a big lie, my friend.
Okay, no problem. Is he apostle to you? Was he inspired by God? Is he one of your great teachers or not? Yes or no? Yes?
Of course, man.
Yes. Okay, you follow Paul, and his words are the word of God, right? What Paul wrote is actually the word of God, right?
Inspired by the Holy Spirit through, yeah?
Yes. Okay, so he's inspired. So what is he saying through his inspiration? To the Jews, I become like a Jew. To win Jews, to those under the law, like one under the law, though I myself am not under the law. To win those under the law, to those who are outside the law, like one outside the law. Not being outside God's law, but under the law of Christ, to win those outside the law. Yes. So in other words,
continue. To the weak I became.
Okay. To those, to the weak I became weak in order to win the weak. In order to win the weak.
Yes.
Okay. I have become all things to all people, so that I may, by all means, save some. So in other words, let me finish. So what Paul is saying, is like, I can now become a hypocrite. Effectively. Let me finish. You can come back. You can come back. No. You can correct me. You can correct me. You can correct me.
How can you claim that Paul has been a hypocrite and he lied? That's what Paul is basically saying. Listen,
you can correct me.
Gentiles,
you can correct me. You can correct me afterwards. Yes. So what's the problem now? Why are you getting so? Are you frustrated now?
No,
are you frustrated now? This is how we feel every week when you guys come and throw questions at us. This is how we feel. Okay.
Jesus.
Yes. Now Jesus.
Takbir. Jesus.
Okay, fine. Now can we come back to the question? Paul is effectively saying, I become all things to all people. I can become a Jew to a Jew even though I don't follow the law myself. I can deceive the Jews into believing Jesus. Wait. This is my spin. I'm admitting the fact that it's my spin. This is my spin. At least I'm honest enough to admit that it's a spin. Okay, it's a bad spin, but it's a spin. Okay, let's see how it works. Paul is saying I become all people to, I think I become all things to all people. That means effectively that I can say things to people to convince them to come into Christianity. So I can even deceive them. Okay, because Paul is telling the Jews what he's not. In order to bring them into Christianity that does not preach following the law of Moses, he would go and tell them things he doesn't actually believe in, right? So he's effectively lying to the Jewish people in order to bring them into Christianity. Now this is what we call classic taqiyya. The Christians, like J. Smith, practices taqiyya every week. I'll tell you why. J. Smith, I've told him a million times.
Pass the message on.
Okay.
You can't talk to a liar.
Yes. J. Smith has repeatedly said, I'll give you one example and we'll move on. J. Smith, your teacher, has repeatedly said...
My teacher is Jesus, bro.
Okay.
Know him.
So J. Smith is not your teacher.
Look at he runs around.
Is he a good man or is he a truthful man or is he a liar? J. Smith. He's a truthful man.
So
now we're talking. He's
a head preacher.
Yeah.
He's a head preacher.
He's a head preacher. Yes. Okay. Now that
is Jesus Christ, get in your head.
Now that we have understood.
Come on, the truth, the way, the life is Jesus.
I'll tell you.
Not a truth, a way, a life.
You sound like a CD, man.
Because it's the truth,
now,
brother.
Can we continue?
Okay, you explain taqiyya. Explain to me, do you have assurance of salvation in Islam, yes or no?
Okay, now the taqiyya question is aside. He has abandoned the taqiyya question.
No, because because
I've given the right.
I'm giving my own spin, and I'm telling you already, your spin is wrong.
Now this man, he came attacking me.
I be commanded to deceive people.
Okay.
Or I'm being commanded to lie to the Jews so that they can believe the Moses.
So what
okay, you tell us what it says. You tell us. What is Paul saying?
Paul essentially.
Yes, Paul essentially.
Paul essentially wanted to win the Gentiles.
No, leave him. Yeah.
Paul wanted to win the Gentiles. Right?
He wanted to win the Gentiles.
Why?
Okay, how?
That's why the circumcision. How? By preaching the gospel.
He's not saying that. He's not saying that.
No.
He said, I become all things to all people in order to bring them over to our side. Right? What does that mean? How do you understand that? I become all things to all people. I become a Jew to a Jew, even though I'm not a Jew. Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. Even though I don't follow the Jewish law. Even though he categorically, explicitly states, I do not follow the Jewish law, but I become a Jew to the Jewish people in order to bring them to salvation, right? So how does he do that? How does he become a Jew to Jews?
By preaching the gospel.
But how does he do it?
By preaching the gospel.
Okay, we will leave the viewers. We will leave the viewers to decide. Viewers now can decide whether he has given a valid explanation or exegesis of the Bible. My view is that Paul is simply telling us that he can actually lie to the Jewish people, he can lie to the Gentiles in order to bring them to...
There's nothing.
That's my view. I admit.
When Paul is saying,
it's my view.
I've been commanded to lie to the Jews, I've been commanded to tell the Jews a different law from the Old Testament. There's nothing there. That's your own view. You already said that's your own view.
I don't understand what you mean.
Okay. Now that we have clarified, we as Muslims are not allowed to lie under any circumstances. All the Islamophobes online, all the Islam haters, when they claim that Muslims are doing taqiyya, they are allowed to lie. In fact, they themselves are either liars or ignorant about our faith. I have just given you the evidence as to why we as Muslims cannot lie. The Prophet told us the best deed in Islam is to speak the truth in front of a tyrannical ruler when it is the most difficult thing to do. It is the most. When you are put in front of a tyrannical ruler who is very likely to kill you, you're not going to speak the truth, you're going to save your life. The Prophet is telling you that is the best of struggles, to speak the truth.
The Prophet also said, I have been ordered to fight the people. They say la ilaha illallah. Whoever has the right to be worshipped by Allah. And whoever says la ilaha illallah, Allah will save his property and his life from me. What that takes.
Are you accepting you were wrong?
You are imposing Islam on the people.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that question. Yeah, wait. Are we changing the topic now?
Their own God.
No. What have we established?
Now you fought the fact that Paul was deceiving people. And there's no
I have
in the
shown,
Bible
I have shown you. I have shown conclusively that
it's not going to work.
I have shown conclusively that the
No, you haven't. You've shown your spin.
I have shown conclusively the Muslims are not allowed to lie. Number one. Second, I showed you conclusively that in Christianity people can lie following the teachings of Paul. Okay? People can lie. Paul is actually, what is that?
I will go out and be deceiving spirit with the mouth of his prophets.
Yeah.
You will succeed in enticing, say the Lord, go and do it.
Your own God. Why?
Because the Jews at the time, they didn't want to hear, listen to the
So there is a because. So you can lie to them because.
In a nutshell, God is saying, you know what? You don't want to listen to the truth? Alright, I'm going to say, be the lie.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So now you see next time you are brothers.
But those guys, at the time, the Jews, they didn't want to
I hugged you in the beginning. I hugged you in the beginning. I hugged you. I'll hug you again. I'll hug you again. And my hug is not taqiyya. My hug is my compassion towards people like yourself. Okay? And you look like a reasonably intelligent gentleman. Okay? I really request the next time when you come to the park, do proper research like Richard does. Richard, when he doesn't know, he comes and asks questions sincerely. He actually truly wants to understand what you Muslims believe. And we tell him what we actually truly believe, not what J. Smith tells them what we believe. Okay? So likewise, you as an intelligent, honest Christian, I believe you believe in Christianity from the depth of your heart. And in Christianity, if you believe one has to be honest, then demonstrate that honesty here in the park also. When you come to us, demonstrate that honesty and know that we don't believe in these things you accuse us of.
I like that word, honesty.
Yes.
Speaking of honesty, what would have happened to anyone at the time of Muhammad had someone insulted the Prophet? What would Muhammad do? Honesty, says. Is that honest answer, my
Okay,
brother?
before I answer this question,
if I-
yes. Before I answer this question, are we now square on the issue of taqiyya? Are you clear now that we the Muslims cannot lie, except in 3 cases where I stated the making up between husband and wife, making up between 2 brothers? No. Okay, show me how. Show me, give me evidence that you Muslims can lie. Go on. Now you're silent. Now you're silent. Now you have no evidence.
I already read you.
What evidence that we can lie? We can actually lie.
I already read to you.
Oh, show me. Show me.
Referring to precautionary dissimulation or denial.
That's not
of
evidence.
religious belief.
That's not evidence.
Well,
That's a sentence. That's a sentence.
No,
that's not an evidence. Where is the evidence that we can lie?
That's the definition of taqiyya.
Okay.
Which are practiced
Fine.
in
So
Sunni
can you
Shia,
give me?
is
Where is the evidence? Do you know what evidence means?
Insist
Give me a
only have
verse.
lines.
Give me a verse. Give me a verse, or one of the teachings of the Prophet that we can lie. Go on.
Okay, I will bring it next time.
Oh, so you don't know.
I will bring it next
So you
time.
don't know. So why are you trying it?
I will bring it next
Oh my
time.
God! Can you believe?
understand?
Okay.
Can you all?
Alright,
Everyone
okay.
is watching now.
I'm honest.
Online.
I'm
Everyone is
honest.
watching.
you understand, innit?
I'm
Our
honest
Christian
enough
brothers,
to say, you know what?
our
I
Christian
don't have
brothers and
the- I don't
sisters,
have
they come here,
the-
they accuse us of things without having done research. This is what ISIS is like. When you ask them why they're doing these things, they tell you, let me go and find an answer. Let me go back to my sheikh and find an answer. You are just like that. You behave just like those bigots, those haters who are spreading hate against Muslims. You come and throw things in public without knowing the answers. So you just said, I'm going to go back and find the evidence, right? Right? So you don't have the evidence, right?
So why did you mention it? If you don't have
Why do you bring it up?
Why-
And why should we now have another debate with you? Have another debate with you when we know you don't know the evidence? Why should we have another debate with
To
you?
be honest, it wasn't a legal debate. It was a
Google it now.
conversation. Everybody escaped.
Okay. Why shall I have another conversation with you when you don't know what you're talking about? You are throwing things at me, taqiyya, killing of innocent people, mass murder, and I'm throwing things back at you. And then you start justifying. Just like you threw a question at me that Muslims can do this and that. And then I asked you a question. When George Bush said that we are going into Iraq because I've been commanded by God,
All right, let me,
1 million
you
people
want
were
evidence
killed.
from the Quran?
1 million
I'll give
people
you-
were
I'll give
killed.
you evidence in the Quran that you're allowed to practice taqiyya, which is concealment and lying. Surah 16, verse 106.
What did it say?
Establishes that there are circumstances that can compel a Muslim to tell a lie.
That's not a verse. That's not a verse.
Where's the verse?
You don't even know. You don't even know what a verse is. That's not a verse.
What's that?
That's not a verse.
Sahih al-Bukhari,
Okay.
48,
Right.
page 857.
Page
The most
857.
outrageous.
Now you're struggling.
Keep
Wait. Before you quote,
He doesn't even know what he's quoting.
wait. You said Quran. Do you have something from the Quran? Do you have something from the Quran? You said you're going to quote the Quran. You said you're going to quote the Quran. Read it. Read it.
But before I read that, let me read.
No.
I will read it.
No.
Before I read it,
Step by step. Step by step. Quran, read it.
6104.
Yes.
You know
Go
what?
on.
The viewers watching this will see what you're doing.
Seriously.
Everyone watching this will see what you're doing.
And you embarrass all decent you
My friend, you're
embarrass
honest.
all decent Christians out there.
Honest, bro.
All decent Christians globally, they don't
you
like
just
this.
go away, honestly.
They don't like this
You're embarrassing
methodology. They don't like this
Very
strategy.
embarrassing.
You know, this it's not working for you guys.
You're not doing yourself or the Christians any favors by doing this, honestly.
Okay, so Surah 16, Ayah 106.
Yes. Yes, I'm listening. Now, okay. The verse will prove that we can do taqiyya. Now read it.
No.
Read it. Read it.
Are you gonna let me
Yes,
speak, bro?
please.
Come on, amigo.
Okay.
Ándale, amigo.
I'm a Christian who never runs away from any discussion or debate. Never.
He never runs away from it, but he can lie.
Call him Pablo Escobar.
Hey, listen. I always tell the truth even when I lie.
Pablo, come on.
All right, whoever.
He's telling the truth even if he's like, are you hearing this guy? Are you listening to this?
I even tell the truth when I lie.
Okay.
Tony Montana.
Okay, let him read the verse.
Go to Tony Montana from now.
You see, with us, we love the Quran so much that when you want to quote it, we go quiet, we want to listen.
Yeah, we
But
love it.
the moment we pull out the Bible, the
Okay, Surah 16.
you should see the facial expressions when we pull the Bible out.
Everybody go. Surah 16, ayah 106.
1.
There you go.
Okay.
Whoever disbelieve in Allah after his belief, except him who is forced thereto and whose heart is at rest with faith.
Thank you.
But such,
Okay, read. Keep reading. Keep reading.
don't say me yet, bro.
Keep reading.
Yeah, go on.
Faith. But such as open the breast to disbelief.
Is it the right verse? Is it the right verse? Are you sure? Are you sure? It is the right one. I know it's the right one, but he doesn't know what it means.
Whoever disbelieved in Allah after his belief, except
Okay,
him,
step by
who
step,
is forced
step by step.
thereto,
Whoever
and whose heart
disbelieves in
is
Allah-
at rest with faith. But such as open their breast to disbelief,
Yes.
on them is wrath
So
of
where does
Allah,
this verse say
and
we can
theirs
lie?
will be great
Where does
torment.
this verse say we can lie? Yeah, for real. Where does this verse say we can lie?
Except that he's forced.
Forced, under duress, torture. So if under duress, under torture, if you admit to something you haven't done,
Sugarcoat it, bro.
wait.
But that's it.
Does the verse say we can lie? Be honest.
You
Does the
just
verse?
said.
You tried to
What did I
explain
say?
Paul.
No, but you
You
just-
tried to explain
What did I
this.
say?
You just said it.
Yeah. What did I
You just said
say?
it.
What did I
That
say?
that you're allowed to.
Under duress.
Under duress.
Yeah.
Under duress.
But you're allowed now.
Okay.
Are you allowed, yes
Okay.
or no?
Okay. There's a joke.
Are you allowed?
Yeah.
Can
Wait.
he just lie
wait,
while he's standing
wait.
there?
There's a joke.
Are you allowed, yes or no?
Wait. I'm coming back to you. There's a joke in Pakistan. I'm from Pakistan, and there's a very famous joke. The Pakistani police is known for brutality. Okay. Once there was a rich guy who had a deer, a pet deer. He lost it. So he went to the police because he was a rich guy, politician. He said to the police, I will sack the entire police station unless I find my deer. So the police goes out and they bring the deer. So what do they bring? There's an elephant. Listen, are you listening? There's an elephant and they are beating the elephant up and the elephant is saying, I am the deer. I am the deer. I am the deer. So even the elephant has admitted to something he's not, right? So under torture, under duress, the Quran states those who have uttered disbelief, not lied. Are you listening? Not lied. They have uttered disbelief. They have uttered disbelief under duress, under torture. There is
allowed to lie.
no. They are not allowed to lie. They're not allowed to lie. They are not held accountable. They will not be punished because they said something disbelieving. Wait.
Let's see if Sahih Bukhari agrees with you, bro.
Wait. Okay. Now,
Let's see Sahih Bukhari
before
agrees
we
with
go to Bukhari,
On topic.
okay.
If someone
Wait.
falls short,
On topic, though, bro.
Before we go to Bukhari,
It's on topic.
Okay, wait. Before we go to Bukhari, do you admit the verse doesn't support you? Before we move on to
Sahih
Bukhari.
Bukhari doesn't support you.
Okay, does the verse support you? That
Sahih
you're claiming we
Bukhari
can lie.
doesn't support you.
Your basic claim is
Sahih Bukhari
that we
doesn't
can lie.
support you, my brother.
Your basic claim is that we can lie. Okay, does the verse support you? Wait, man, can please.
Sahih Bukhari doesn't support you, and here's why. Sahih Bukhari 49.
Does the verse?
857.
Okay, before we go to Bukhari, we will.
He who makes peace
Are you not-
between
you're
the
not even
people by
listening.
inventing